Happy Friday. Hopefully your day is going wonderfully. Happy Friday the 13th, because today is Friday the 13th, which is very exciting.
Ooh.
I don't know if any of y'all out there believe in superstitions or anything of the like, but it is a special day. At least that's what I would think it is.
I feel like you're way more excited.
I love it. I think it's so cool. Yeah. I don't know. I want to see a little black cat, and I want to walk under ladders and throw salt.
I mean, I just like black cats anyway. They're cute.
They are. They're precious. Yeah. Arlena is sending out an in-game mail for all of those who are just about to tune in to our YouTube gaming stream. So yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. Did you know, fun fact, that this is the second Friday the 13th of the year 2018, and I believe the next one doesn't occur until next year.
I did know that because you've told me about it.
I know, because I'm telling
times.
everyone about it. Yes, so the next time we have a Friday the 13th, it will be in the year 2019, I believe. So celebrate today while you can if you're into that kind of stuff.
Oh darn, whatever will we do?
Yes. So for the giveaway today, of course, we've got the feeding event going on. So we will be giving away 5 food packs and 5 XP potions to anybody who wins today. As usual, of course, we cannot pull winners live on stream since YouTube Gaming does have some restrictions towards it. But we will get winner prizes out to you probably over the weekend, if not maybe early next week. So just keep tuned for that.
Agreed.
Indeed. So, of course, we are here not only to be super cool and talk about Friday the 13th or anything, but also to discuss the Summerflare season. So we've got some new dragons that are officially available in the game, as well as the Dragon Rider Null. So maybe some folks have already gotten to fly these dragons and hang out with the Dragon Rider already in the couple days that they've been live since Wednesday. So yeah, let us know what you think. We're gonna do a couple of fly-throughs with the dragons today. And yeah, we can go over their spells and everything. If you have any questions about how it works, we'll try to answer those as well. And yeah, I guess we can get started.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, of course, we typically do this, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. But here's our little structure for the Summerflare season. So, as a reminder, the second branch has officially gone live. This is the end of week 6. So right over here, you can kind of see my finger before it gets cut off over there. The second branch, that is all the content that is now live. So that includes the Sorcerer Zotz, the Warrior Tez, and the Dragon Rider Null. Null's special... So I also found out something about this. Jared actually told me. It's not kitness, it's chitinous.
Yeah, he and I had this discussion yesterday. It's also
you guys
why
are just
I
making
chose,
fun of me? Is that
it's
what
also
it is?
why I chose not to say his armor set yesterday, for fear
I was just saying kitness all over the
wrong.
Twitch stream, just hanging out, and then I realized, of course, that it's not kitteness, although I wish it is now, because now it's related to kittens. It would be really cute, but it's not.
To be fair, we talked about yesterday as well, trying to get the art team to put a kitten somewhere on an armor set.
I would love that.
It'd be adorable.
I just want to see either a dragon or a dragon rider just donned in kitten armor. Just like, not like actual kittens, you know, but like little like paws or paw prints or little ears and cute stuff all over their armor. I would love it. I'd be into it. But anyway, so Null's veteran rider gear, which is the chitinous gear, that is going to be the one that is at the top of the branch. So in order to get that, you'll need to fully complete both Null's regular Dragon Rider branch, the Sorcerer Zotz, and the Warrior Tez's branches as well in order to get the veteran gear.
Yep.
And that's how it works. Sweet.
Cool stuff.
So we're in week 6, of course, and as a reminder, the last but not least piece of content that's coming with the Summerflare season is our festive dragon.
Yeah.
So we're very excited. Things are getting real around here. We're already starting to talk about how we'll introduce this dragon and all of our communications. So we're super excited for it.
I'm excited.
Yep, it'll be available in 2 weeks. So of course, week 6 is now. Festive Dragon comes out in week 8, so that's 2 weeks from now, and we'll have a lot more to talk about there.
I am so ready for it.
Yeah. You'll be all over this dragon, so it'll be great.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Is it true Platinum is getting Atlas? Yes,
it is
true. It has been on our social channels yesterday evening and this morning. It went out this morning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
this morning. Here, I'll get some. You can keep discussing.
Good. But yes, it is coming to all of Platinum, as well as teams who are in Sapphire who do not yet have Atlas access. So if you want Atlas access, you need to make sure that your team gets to be in Platinum before the rebalance next Tuesday.
Indeed.
We don't have the exact date just yet. It is next week, just not confirming a date of next week yet. An exact date.
We will have the exact date available next week. I know you just said that, but it's true. Here, so I'm gonna show you a fancy little photo that we created for it. Where are you?
It ran away.
Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da.
You can see the magic.
Of course, you can't see our faces now, but that's okay.
I said you can see the magic.
Ta-da! Oh no. Almost ta-da! There we go.
Oh dear.
Ta-da! Yes, Platinum Roulette. It's coming to all Platinum players. That means that it will also be available to anybody Platinum and above. So as long as your team is in Platinum or higher by next Tuesday, at the end of Tuesday, July 17th, I believe is the date, we have our league rebalancer sort of go through its motions, calculate all of the wars from the past week and everything, and assign everyone back into their leagues. And once that is complete, so long as your team is in Platinum or above, you will receive access to Atlas sometime next week.
Exactly.
And that's how it works.
Any news on what kind of dragon the festive dragon will be? Not yet. But if you keep an eye on our social channels, one of our streams soon will have a preview.
That is true.
Of this dragon.
And
it will, hint, not be the Twitch stream, because that will be Twitch Sculpts next week.
Huzzah! Man, we're so good at segueing.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, that was great.
So the Twitch Sculpt stream will be on Wednesday at its normal time of the Twitch stream. It'll go for 2 hours, right?
Yep.
And you all can help create the festive dragon for a different season.
Yes, it will be available in another season, but this dragon is, so for those of you who have tuned into prior Twitch draws, streams, and things like that, basically what we've done in the past is we've had a guest artist from the Dragons team join us on stream, and then based on different questions that we ask you, the dragon just ends up being created. So for example, like, will the dragon have pointy horns or will it have curly horns? Will the dragon be colored?
Have no horns.
Or have no horns, yeah. Will the dragon, like, have a really curly tail, or will it have more of a stumpy tail? And, like, will the dragon's body shape be really big and bulky, or more like serpentine? And all of these different questions that basically end up creating the model that is the dragon. So we've done this in the past, and we've created dragons, dragon riders, and portraits. The last dragon that we created on stream was Nekroth, or the People's Dragon, for those of you who remember. So this time around, we are doing a second dragon, and instead of doing Twitch Draws a Dragon, which is where someone will sort of get into Photoshop and start creating a concept art piece, we're doing things a little bit differently, and we're actually going to be sculpting a dragon live on stream. So the actual art of sculpting or modeling is something that I don't have a lot of personal experience with, but I know that our artist does, as he will be the one who is modeling the dragon. So if you do want to tune in just to, get a better understanding of how we create these dragons, get an understanding of what the modeling process is like, what it's like to be an artist who is a modeler for a game, to create 3D models and put them in the game. If you have any questions for our artist, or of course, if you want to participate and actually put your votes in so that they count towards how this dragon is created, I so highly recommend that you tune in to our stream next week. It is the only time that the stream is running. It will not run any other time, so we highly recommend that you get in on the hype and join us for it. It's going to be pretty unique and probably unlikely that we'll do something like it again in the future. So,
true story.
Yeah.
But next week we have Twitch Sculpts a Dragon.
Yep.
And then Facebook, I will leave it to just, there will be something fun. And YouTube, I'm being drafted into drawing, apparently. This is going to go real bad because
I'm so excited.
Terrible at drawing, so this is going to be a lot of stick figure dragons. Lots of stick figures.
It'll be great.
It's gonna suck.
We're gonna do our own little version of drawing a dragon, but it's the community team that's gonna end up drawing it. And I think we might have King Questra on with us as well to do some concepts. So you can, of course, tune in next week here on YouTube Gaming, and you can request seeing some new dragons be drawn by Arlena and King Questra and everything. But, of course, make sure you tune in for the Wednesday stream as well, since this dragon will end up in the game. So you have a chance next week to influence a brand new dragon that's going to come into the game.
All right, let's see. Any likelihood of a land expansion for Atlas?
Yes. So
Yes.
we'll talk about the
thing.
land expansion that is going to come with the Atlas rollout. We'll have more information. We'll probably post it on the forum sometime soon.
Yes.
So you get sort of a visual understanding of just how much more land is going to be included in Atlas.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Any plans to fly through challenging bases on live streams? If y'all have bases that you think are great, please let us know. Like, we are totally open to changing the base layout or bringing different bases into. We can look at someone else's base and build a similar base. So we are totally open to it, but please, you have to actually share that info with us. We can't just randomly guess what is going to be a good base for us to use.
Yeah. Miss Board, I like it. Stick figure festive confirmed. Please tell me it fires little stick men.
That sounds fantastic.
I'm gonna go with yes, because Arlena's gonna be the one drawing it.
Yep. Facebook whittles a dragon, YouTube finger paints a dragon. Oh god. I think YouTube finger paints feels even worse than me having to draw it.
Did you ever back in grade school
I hated finger painting as a kid.
Oh, that's so sad.
Hated it.
Because it was just like dirty?
Yeah, because I was like, ew, why am I covered in...
The kids love that stuff.
I was not that kid. I was like, ew.
I would take the paintbrush and like paint my whole hand and then just slap it on the canvas. You know?
I did, just because I got it done faster and I could be done with it. Go back to whatever else I was doing. I was the kid that preferred reading time. I still prefer reading
I prefer
time.
nap time. Just saying. Back in the day when nap time was a real thing.
I mean, I still love naps now, but
yeah.
I also still like books more than I like art. I accept that.
That is fair.
Let's see. A crow dragon. Oh, goodness.
That'd be cool. Any suggestions that you may have, I recommend you bring them next week on Wednesday to the Twitch Sculpt stream.
Reveal the juice. What? What is the juice? There's no juice. We have tea and water.
I've got tea.
I had
water.
I also had tea earlier too, but
and Coffee has tea too because he's a poser.
Yeah, because he should really be PGT.
Yes.
Oh god, I can start throwing glitter everywhere. That
I could see it.
That feels more accurate.
It.
I could rhinestone a dragon if you give me a dragon image to rhinestone.
Nice. That'd be pretty sweet. Not gonna lie.
I want your t-shirt. I also love this t-shirt.
It's a cute one.
It's one of my favorites because I love Zero and it's really hard to find Zero
I was gonna say Zero's probably my favorite character in that whole movie. So.
Oh, I love that movie in
That's
entirety.
Great.
It's one of my favorites.
Music, the character development, the art style.
Nap time comes back after 50. I'm glad we have that to look forward to.
Can't wait. Yeah, getting naps is like a very it's like such a rare treat at this point in my life. So yeah.
An angry squirrel dragon. Oh goodness.
Just for PG Squirrel. I think he would like that.
PG dragon that breathes. Oh, pig dragon. I missed the I. Pig dragon that breathes bacon. Oh, that just feels mean.
Yeah, I mean, because doesn't that mean that it's just firing out its insides?
Or its brethren.
Oh my. I don't know how I feel about any of that.
I definitely will still not drown my hands in glitter paint. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, I won't do it now. It's not my favorite thing to do now. That is for sure.
The cleanup alone.
I'm going to try and lower this a little bit.
A Ninetails Dragon. That
Yes.
would be very pretty.
I'm in. It doesn't necessarily have to be based on the Pokemon. It could just have 9 tails, right?
Be a really pretty looking fire thing. I don't know. Although I will say Ninetales is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, it's great. It's one of the best.
How can the Hollow Dragon... Oh, how can we have a headless dragon to be Sleepy Hollow?
We could, but it was not voted.
It was not voted for.
Yeah.
It was a suggestion. It was something you could vote on.
True.
The art team was really interested in trying to figure that out.
I'm still interested in trying to figure it out.
Apparently they can do it. It is a thing.
Did you just see that? I just tried to do my Everlasting Hunt, but apparently it didn't work.
Yeah.
All right.
Test device for the win.
Let's get Tez in here.
Oh, goodness. Love the angry squirrel dragon idea. Gotta be a rabid saber-toothed squirrel. Dang.
That would be kind of cool.
That feels like it would be interesting and terrifying. I would not
all at the same time.
I would not want to see that in a dark alley. Or on the street when I walk my dog. The Ninetails Dragon is from Japanese mythology. I do recall that. It is in a lot of Japanese art. It is a beautiful piece of Japanese art. I am sorry if I am very quiet today. I am
Arlena's
losing
almost
my
sick.
voice.
Yeah.
I'm in that weird zone of I have some form of laryngitis and it is the worst. Crisis will tell you earlier today I was talking to her and stopped
just stop
being
talking.
able to say anything
in the middle of
I
conversation.
just completely lost my voice.
Yeah. Well, we all hope you feel better.
It's fine. Have you thought about a cross-class dragon that can change from warrior to sorcerer to hunter?
Ooh.
That'd
be very
a
cool.
really interesting mechanic. I would be
Pretty hard to execute, but I'd love to conceptually see it.
I was gonna say I feel like it would be hard to execute, but I'd be very curious how that would work. If instead of adaptive resist, it would be something like
class resist, or not even resist, just class cycle
class
or
shift?
something. Class shift. Yeah, I could see that.
I got this. Okay. A Totoro dragon. Again, licensing. Although that would be cool.
The licensing is, it's the biggest issue, really.
New cat dragons that are instantly stopped by the new cardboard box tower. That would be the best.
It'd be pretty cute.
I don't know how well you could make that a thing, but I want to know. Tez would look cooler if he flew like a sorcerer, but he's a warrior. And to be fair, based on their lore, it fits more that Tez flies like a warrior because he was defending the city that we still don't know what happened to the people.
It's true.
We still don't know whether Tez ate them, they got wiped out by a Pompeii type of incident, where all he could do was just sit there and watch. I don't know.
You just leave it up to the imagination, really.
It's an unfortunate thing in the imagination because that one could just go real dark real quick.
Yep.
But anyways, Zotz is the sorcerer, but also Zotz has the lovely requirement of blood sacrifice in its lore, because otherwise you annoy it and then it gets all cranky and starts blowing things up.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, Batrag is just not about that life.
Mm-mm.
Look at that green fire everywhere.
I know. I really love Weezy's breath animation because it's not super fancy, I guess you could say. It doesn't have particles in it, but it does have a lot of different colors in it, which I really love.
I like that name for a spell that would cycle through dragon classes. Shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter. That's a good one. Yes.
Will there be any more dragon releases? The Festive Dragon is going to be the last release of the Summerflare season. Oh god, that just sounds bad. Cat's breath weapon would be coughing up hairballs.
Ugh.
That poor cat. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that in their lives.
Nope.
The one thing I'm happy of not having to deal with the dog. Don't have to deal with that.
Yep.
All I have to do is making sure she doesn't eat rocks or anything silly.
Yeah, eating rocks would be a problem, I imagine.
It was when she was a puppy.
Oh,
Thankfully,
no.
not as much now. Alright, let's see. Why are Null's stats without gear lower than those of Terrace? Well, the reason for that is because Terrace, you had to get Terrace and its gear, you had to be able to, you had to unlock both dragons, and Null is able to be obtained without having to unlock the dragons. So everyone can get that rider. The gear is what is still veteran. It's a veteran gear set. So his chitinous gear set is
Nice.
veteran. I got this. I can English.
Man hanging on by a sliver here.
You get whacked.
It's okay. I still got it through. Yes.
Yep, you did.
My chain lightning.
Shout out. Hello! That's about as loud as that's getting. Festive Dragon is a hunter. We haven't said if the Festive Dragon is a hunter or a sorcerer or a warrior.
It's true.
It is a dragon.
It's a dragon. A dragon is a dragon.
It's a dragon that I think is cute. That's the info you've got right now. Who designs all of those amazing portraits for dragons and riders in the game? Well, that is our art team.
Mm-hmm.
As to who creates the really cool Facebook, Instagram post, that is actually an artist on our team as well, who doesn't design for in-game, but designs all of the cool content we put out. Every once in a while, we'll design stuff too. Our giveaways, we design those.
Yes.
Yeah. We make the pretty colors.
We did just reach 14,000 followers on Instagram, which is
Woo!
pretty sweet.
So
for any of you following, thank you so much. And
Also-
we actually, oh yeah.
there is a giveaway too.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. We actually have a giveaway that's up right now to celebrate all of our amazing followers. So,
One suggestion, as warriors are mostly countered by hammers, could a spell that cancels or absorb hammers be a thing to gain a buff? Oh, I actually like that idea. We definitely have been looking at defenders and hammer spam because that is real.
it is real.
I frequently come in talking about that when we talk about new dragons and when we talk about how different classes perform in terms of war, because there are definitely times where defenders just feel poopy. It's no fun. I was had that happen in a war where it was like, oh, great, all the defenders, yay! That was not fun at all.
I believe it.
It was not appealing. I think they're misleading us, and it's totally a scary, creepy dragon. If I'm saying it's cute, I actually mean it's cute.
Maybe you do, but maybe everyone around you is lying.
Accurate.
I doubt it.
I highly doubt it, but because that would mean you are lying. So, since you're the only person around me. Oh, goodness. So, let's see. Atlas causes migraines. I've not heard it causing migraines. I don't get a migraine from it. But anyways, why do Atlas players, why are they the only ones able to get points for the riders? So the riders from seasons are able to be maxed out within the season. Like, you receive all of the skill points needed to level up your rider so that it can be max level. For riders that are Atlas, then you would need glory points, so then you need to be attacking and participating in PvP. How many white spells will the Festive Dragon have? I am so not spoiling this one. We needed...
Lots of people want to know.
I know. We need a dragon like Necrix. I love Necrix.
Necrix is great.
If our Alina thinks it's a cute dragon, then it must be a fluffy pink spider. No. It might be pink, but I hope it's not a spider. I've seen it.
Doesn't look like a spider. Doesn't have 6
Didn't
legs.
look
How
like
about
a
that?
spider.
There's your hint for today. It does not have 6 legs. It doesn't.
Spiders have 8?
I thought they... Do they have 8?
I'm pretty sure.
Do they have 8 or 6? Are we being really dumb about this?
To
the internet!
Let's go to Google.
Because some insects have 6. I know that. And some insects have 8.
Arachnids have 8.
Arachnids might have 8. So then which are the insects that have 6 legs?
Almost all adult arachnids have 8 legs.
All right, well...
Although the front pair of legs in some species... where did that sentence go? Have been converted to a sense... although the front pair of legs in some species has converted to a sensory function.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm glad to know I was right.
Yeah.
About a spider and how much I hate them.
Mm-hmm. I think Everlasting Hunt might not be working on this test device right now. That's what I think.
I was having issues with Everlasting Hunt yesterday, but one of them I also casted at the wrong time. So
It's okay. It happens.
I missed it by, I think,
like a split second.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always the worst when that happens.
When's that big patch coming? Which big patch? With Atlas? With the game? I don't know which big patch, so. What is the equivalent level of Forge gear to seasonal rider gear? I honestly do not recall where it is. I am sorry. I don't recall offhand. We need another How. I feel like How gets a lot of love.
Mm-hmm. There is a lot of love for How.
A 3-legged dragon. I mean, you never know. The Festive Dragon could have only 3 legs. Will there ever be other event types other than the norm?
The norm?
I'm assuming outside of the events we already had.
Oh. Yeah, there's definitely potential for them.
There are definitely events being worked on. I'm sure PG Coffee will be on to talk to us about them.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. What is my favorite season? What is either of our favorite season dragon? This season, previous seasons?
Well, let's see. My favorite season... I mean, when I first... I was pretty into Leos in the Wintertide season, for sure. And I was pretty into Foer from the Springvale season as well. And now, I mean, that all the, Summerflare dragons, except for the festive one, are available. I'm kind of into Tez, I think. I don't know. I kind of really like the idea that the Fury of the Waste spell is just a passive spell that so long as Tez stays in the battlefield, the longer it's there, the more powerful it can become. I think that's pretty sweet. I also really like Quoutly. I went for Quoutly first when the first branch was available in my personal game. So that one I think is pretty sweet, just for like, the ability to execute that Everlasting Hunt so perfectly and then have all your health come back and destroy some buildings in the process. That was pretty sweet. So I would probably say those are my top. I don't know if I can pick a favorite. Do you have a favorite?
Oh goodness. Of this season, aesthetically, I like Coats and Tez. Flying, still debating which I like best. I'm still kind of fiddling with the ones I have.
Mm-hmm.
Wintertide season, favorite aesthetically is obvious. My other favorite aesthetic one, other than Kieran, is I love Equestor. To fly, I do like 4. 4 is probably my favorite.
4 is pretty solid. Yeah.
Trying to think, fall season is definitely Necrix. Anuba I like for invader runs and just if I'm doing like PvE bases, I'll do a lot of Anuba just because you can blow up crap really easily. Let's see. Do I have Atlas? My team already got Atlas access in the last rollout. The last rollout to Platinum. So I've had it for a couple months now. And I had it for a while when I first started, and then I switched teams. So I had lost it and got it back. Again, if you have feedback on our base, we appreciate it. Please give us actual things that we can change about it. We would love to change it. We just need advice on how to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I will look up that scorpion. I'm a little afraid to, but I will look it up. I don't love any of the creepy crawly things in the world. I don't love insects. I don't really obviously don't like spiders. Okay, let's see. Oh, with different quests outside of events, different quests. Let's see. There was another thing. Any single player event coming soon?
Ooh, good question.
I don't know, to be honest. I know that there is new ideas for events circulating and working, and being worked on. I just don't know exactly what all is coming down the pipeline. Let's see. Will you open your event prize? No.
Oh, in the game?
Because there's just a whole... Oh, that event prize.
This one, yeah. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da. We did it.
We did.
But there's like a bajillion different little exclamation points
I'm
going on
on
this test device.
There's just so much.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is in... What about rerunning old Divine Dragons and getting them updated stones? Probably not. Base needs more ballistas. I feel like that might make it worse. Just a thought.
As many as possible. Just wail on them. Just 10 ballistas and 2 islands, and that's it. That's the whole base. Nothing else.
If we breed Kets and Coats, will we get Quetzalcoatl? Probably not.
I wish, but no.
If only.
I like the Tez's OP comment. Great defensive spell, great passive, and Echoing Blast doesn't need rage. It is very true. I think Tez is definitely a winner in my book. And like I said, the longer he's on the battlefield, the more power it gets.
It's definitely one I want to test and see how I feel if I use him in a situation where I'm defended.
Mm-hmm.
I have flown defended a few times with Tez, and it was not awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to flying Nulling defended. Sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. Is off and on.
Yep.
Can we fly Weetzy on a real base? Well, we are on test server, so we cannot magically go attack a real base in the game. That is an entirely separate server.
We are in the process of trying to get a couple accounts in a position where we can try testing them against, bases that are live in the game. We do want to be careful, of course, because, on our end, we have this like debug menu and everything, which is just a developer term to be like, here's a list of all the commands that you can just make happen in the game, such as leveling up your dragons or leveling up your towers and all this kind of stuff. And we have that in place so that, it's for testing purposes. So they're able to test different situations quickly. And at the same time, we sort of, take off of their test device so that we are also able to fly the dragons and show them off on stream. So for that reason, we want to be careful with how much of a real live account, if you will, is created. We do want to show them off against real bases, but at the same time, we don't want to plagiarize or not plagiarize, but cannibalize anything that's up in those higher levels or with those higher level players. And if something's in a live environment, then it's going to stay in the live environment, which means, everyone will be able to see it, everyone will be able to attack it, and it'll function the exact same way as any other account. So for that reason, it's pretty hard to strike that balance. We are looking into it to see if it's possible, but if we believe that it might corrupt, the balance up in those higher levels or higher tiers, we probably will stick to the test device. Can we have a way of getting evolution stones without having to get them during events? I don't believe so. Evolution stones are tied to the events that they are a part of. They're also tied to the dragon that is a part of those seasons. So in terms of evolution...
But evolution stones aren't in specific events. They're only in the branches.
Yes, they're only within the season branches.
But you need to participate in the event to get sigils.
Yep. Sometimes, have we ever done evolution stones outside of seasons?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. So everything is typically tied to the season itself. So once the season has concluded, that means that also the ability to obtain the seasonal dragons as well as their corresponding evolution stones has also concluded.
How about we copy Animal Harb space? I mean, we could. I'm not going to do it right now. But that might be a base that we think of.
Mm-hmm. Which device are you using for game or tablets? So right now we are working on it off of an iPhone 10 or an iPhone X, whichever one you want to call it. So that's what we've got that we're using. But our test team has basically every device known to man
Yes.
and is able to test the game on all of the devices.
Personally, I play on an iPad Air 2.
And I just play on my phone, which is an iPhone 8. Oh, I realized my case is green, so it just looks black and white on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot about that.
Yeah. Any update on the Korthanak Ghostfire glitch? Yes. Korthanak's Ghostfire glitch, we do have a fix for it, and it will be coming out in the next major update that we provide. I believe that should be sometime in August. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that we have a fix and it's on the way, so we'll definitely have that updated as soon as we can.
So, for reference, anyone curious, our QA team and our developers do not test on the base that we use. They test on an entirely different base that is fully, that is very similar to top level bases in the game. Ours just was a quick base someone on the team built for us.
Although sometimes I do take some suggestions from chat and try to maneuver the base around a little bit.
We have.
Yeah.
We just haven't
So
done
we've
it
got
recently.
plenty of flax in there, of course, you know, everything is max level at level 65. So it is definitely representative of a high level base. It may just not be a clone of any of the top level bases that you see in the game.
Any chance of bringing back bonus points for using seasonal dragons during PvP attacks? I really liked when we did that.
I think that's a good idea.
We did it in fall season with Spindra and Gargula. So I got some extra points because I used Gargula a lot at that point. So we definitely can talk to PG Coffee about it and PG Squirrel. See what we can do.
I mean, I don't think we need to add more flax and mages on our base specifically to test Weedsy. I think it's fine to modify the base whenever possible, but, you know, in moderation. Nix, I think I saw your comment up above. I have not gotten a chance to send out the Twitch rewards yet, but I will try to get to that before I leave for the day.
No.
I don't know if you all heard that.
What? I didn't say a word. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just sitting here calmly and quietly.
What would you consider to be the best dragons out of both according to your experience so far? I'm assuming you may mean in regards to the newest dragons that were just out for the Summerflare season. Probably between the two, I would prefer Tez so far, but I only say that as, you know, just some initial reactions to flying them on their streams. I haven't gotten a chance to claim Tez or Zotz in my regular game yet, so we'll see how far I can get with that.
On my end, I'm kind of on the same front right now. I still would like to play it on my own and see, like, on my own account and see how I feel about it.
I really love the comment, banana do I?
You want
I do.
Banana?
I do banana.
I'm very confused. I'm so confused by banana do I. Totally thought I took out that mage tower. I'll fight Jotun. I like Jotun. The cool looking dragon. Apparently I'm feeling in a warrior mood today.
Yes, Jim May, happy Friday the 13th indeed.
Oh goodness, here we go.
Perhaps for those of you who haven't tuned in to the beginning of our stream, but I'm a big fan of Friday the 13th myself, so, you know.
And my reaction is because I've been hearing it about Friday the 13th for the last 2 weeks.
Because it's coming up, and then we were like, oh boy, Friday the 13th is happening.
And now it's Friday the 13th.
And here it is.
And woo!
It's today.
Yes, that was exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I really am losing my voice. I'm gonna stop talking for a minute or two.
That's okay. I'll try and pick up the audio slack. Would you consider adding an acknowledge button to communicate with followers that you see them while you're flying? Possibly. We try to declutter the attack sort of UI or user interface as often as possible. You know, this game is very complex when you really get into it, and we know that there's lots of different aspects you could see while you are flying the dragons or, you know, attacking a base. So if there was a good reason to sort of have that button added into the attack screen, we could definitely consider it. But we also want to be very conscious about how much actual space we leave on the screen to make sure that your eyes, you know, are going to every place that it needs to go while you're on the attack screen. You can kind of see it above right now. So we've got, of course, the destroyed and percentages up in the top left, as well as your rage bar and your spells. Those are incredibly important. And then on your left in the top, you've got both the hunter ammo and just ammo in general, as well as your health, equally important, of course. Your swap button is there just in case you need it. I could probably see that other button, the acknowledge button, sort of happening underneath the swap. But even at that point, I already have noticed multiple times that even like the swap button can sometimes get in the way of my runs. So that being said, if there's a good place on the screen and it doesn't cause any sort of distraction or, it's not detrimental to the screen that you already see up, then it definitely seems like a consideration for sure. Nix is asking Arlena, what do you like about...
Sorry, hold on.
What do you like about Zotz?
I like the aesthetic of Zotz. Not my favorite dragon to fly right now. Nor is apparently quality. I am really not enjoying that we keep getting a lot of pop-up messages today.
Yeah, it could just be the test build being a little wonky today.
It's feeling very wonky today.
Is what it seems.
Zotz, I like the, as weird as it sounds, it's aesthetically quite nice. Weird as that seems, but...
Alright.
In terms of flying, it's not my favorite to fly right now. And I don't know if that's just I'm not enjoying it myself, and I'm really getting cranky at our test build today.
Maybe you just need some more quality time with Zotz.
Probably.
Get to understand its hobbies,
Zotz
what it likes to do.
Zotz and I had a lot of quality time yesterday and today, and we're still just not having a fun time with each other.
Well, first dates and first impressions, they do mean a lot.
True.
Maybe you just need to spend some more time. Try and get past that barrier between you two.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Yep. Are you thinking of adding any new runes to the game? Yes. We actually have just added a lot of new runes into the game, I think a couple months ago at this point. A month or two, maybe. When we... Sorry. We actually had a blog post go live about it. It featured new runes, or an update to the fact that we're bringing new runes. Excuse me. And so new runes, the Kingdom Wars updates, and that's also when we displayed the drop rates in the game for the chests. So all of that information came up in one blog post. So around that time is when we introduced a whole bunch of new runes into the game, and they are specific based on dragon class. So for example, you could have a mythic sorcerer attack glyph. So that specifically that glyph would do would help advance the attack of sorcerers in particular. And there's different things for different classes. So you've got sorcerers, warriors, and hunters as well that will all receive those extra glyphs. So those have been added to the game.
I mean, I don't mind where the swap is, on an iPad. I've never had an issue. I think I've misswiped twice. Misswapped. Sorry.
Misswapped. Can you show the reference sheet for some of the new dragons? I'm not sure what you mean by reference sheet. Do you know?
Nope.
I don't understand what you mean. We show off as much as we can about the dragons in our blog posts whenever they go live. So that should have all of your wonderful information in relation to their spells, the percentages of their spells. Sometimes we'll also talk about the strategic intent with the dragons, why they were built the way that they were, if they're very sustainable, if they've got good health regen, rage regen, anything like that. But all of that information is typically available on our blog. Only the iPhone X has space to the right of the swap button. Also, it has extra space to the left of the spells. Is it possible to incorporate this to all devices? Most likely not. The iPhone X is special, if you will, in the sense that the actual space that you can see on the phone itself is much more of a wide screen than it is to other phones. So for example, my phone, which is the iPhone 8, it has a 16:9 aspect ratio, and that's pretty typical for your other standardized phones. The iPhone X is a little bit longer than that. So instead of the 1080 by 1920, which is technically the portrait version of it. It's even longer, so it's longer and slimmer. So this is specialized for the iPhone 10 so that, the game is optimized on iPhone 10. But I don't think we have any plans to retroactively fit that into other devices. It would probably get a little hairy when it comes to just what you see on the screen and what we're able to show you.
How can I be so bad with hunters? Today is just not my day for a hunter, apparently. I frequently play hunters on my main account and don't have this problem. It only seems to be when I want to.
Maybe it's your sickness kicking in.
No, it seems to just be on stream. I never seem to play as well as I do in a general sense.
The dragon we voted for recently, are we picking the spells for it too? So I am assuming you mean the Twitch Sculpts dragon. So that is the one that we recently decided the theme of. We put that out to a vote to the whole community, and the winning theme ended up being the Spectre or Spirit theme. So that's what we're going to do when we design the dragon next week. In terms of taking it to the end goal, of course, including all of the spells and special percentages and all that stuff, that is probably something we will leave up to our designers to implement. But if you do have suggestions, please bring them to the stream next week. And at the very least, we can always just write them down and send it off to them for consideration.
How can I transfer my account to a new device or to a different device? If you have a PGID, then if you log in with the same PGID info, you should be more than able to transfer the account.
Yep. Make sure that you, of course, save the account based on that login information on the old device. So when you go to the new device, all you have to do is log in, and then it'll reset up your account right in the game.
If for some reason you have an issue with that, though, please let our support team know, and they will try and help you.
Support can probably help give you a little bit of help.
Transfer.
What would you think about being able to attack yourself or your own teammates to help them build their bases? I think it's an interesting concept. I don't know if it's something that we'd want in the game. Of course, you see it all the time on our test device because we are in a test device and we're able to manipulate that. And we do it on purpose, of course, because that is how we can test content. Create a base of what we need to test and then just send ourselves flying on it, which always works out pretty well. I think it would be a cool concept, but it might be also hard to execute, from a technical perspective. I am not super technical myself, but I imagine there might be some more challenges along the way that would come with it. The stream is cured by the ghost of Friday the 13th.
Sure.
Yes. I do, Banana, indeed.
Do you have any plans to increase the capacity of the rune vault? I don't actually know.
That's a good question.
I truly do not know.
It is something we can consider, and at the very least, forward to our team for consideration.
And talk to them about.
Yeah. There are definitely things that we like to bring up, from time to time and be like, hey guys, this is really cool, and this is something that our community suggested, and we would love to see this in the game. And then we pass it off to them, and, hopefully it makes its way back around, and we get to talk about it to all of you later on. Do you think you can bring back sigils from previous seasons so we can finish the lines of dragons we didn't get to get all the evolution stones during the season? No. So, sigils probably aren't the problem of what you're looking to solve, because even if you had the sigils, you can't obtain the branches any longer because the sigils only go towards certain branches and those branches are not available. So, likely the answer is no. Seasons are meant to be specific just to the seasons. They're, super special dragons, and within them are the special prizes of their branches. And this is, of course, is on purpose. This is meant to be done this way. So if there are dragons that you find super, powerful or attractive, or just ones that you want to make sure that you have a hold of before the season is over, I highly recommend obtaining them before the season is out, because after it has come and gone, it will likely not return. Yes, Wendy, I totally agree. Moving to a new device usually works best if you have an email connected to your game under the account. That is very true. In order to log in to what we call your PGID, you're going to need an email and a password. And then once you get to a new device, the new device will think that you're in a new game. So it'll try to go through the tutorial with you. Of course, you are very familiar with the game. You don't need to go through the tutorial. So once you see the little gear icon to go to your settings, you can sign in to your device with the email and password that you use from your old device. And then it should just say, hey, are you cool with us, populating this account on this device? And you say yes, and then, give it a minute to set up, and then it'll all be back on your new device.
Exactly.
Are you planning on adding another rank that goes past Mythic? I don't know. I cannot say yes or no for sure, but I do not believe we have any current plans to go past Mythic, at least at this time. So it is a temporary no, if you will.
Oh, so close. Yeah, so far. Apparently my voice dying is killing my dragon's voice. It's cool. Let's see.
What about those people that started later when the first season began? Then started later.
That is an unfortunate reality.
I mean, it is a timing thing for sure, but similar to other mobile games, I know I can speak to such things like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which is like a new mobile game from Nintendo, and they do the exact same thing where they'll have a season that'll run, for example, let's say like 4 weeks. But if I didn't log in for 2 out of 4 of those weeks, and then I log in halfway through, I still only get those 14 days to complete any parts of the season that I want. Yep. So that is just a side effect of timed events.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
I've got nothing else today. Do you?
Yeah, no. I think you need to get to a bed.
No, I just need a cough drop.
Okay. I think you need a cough drop.
Realistically, I just need a cough drop, and they're at my desk. I didn't bring them with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
My
get a little raspy in your throat.
Dying.
Yeah.
In your menu, we can see Defend versus AI. Can we see one run, please? See what it looks like. To be fair, I don't remember what that looks like.
Let's double check with our QA team.
We're going to double check on that.
If it does work, we can try it out.
Yes, we can try it out maybe next week or the week after.
Yeah.
But we will double check that is not going to break anything.
Yes, for sure.
Because there are definitely things in our test environment that can lock it, and then we have to close, and which on an iPhone X is kind of a pain.
That's true.
Not my favorite.
That's what happens when you don't have a home button.
I miss the home button.
That's why I got an 8, so I can still have my home button.
Yo. All right.
Cool.
That's pretty much what I got.
Yeah.
I am going to go get a cough drop so I can talk again.
Sounds like a good idea.
Good plan.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We will see you all next week.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, please remember that the Twitch stream is going to be Twitch Sculpts. We're going to have a fun special thing on Facebook. I'm not spoiling what it is. And on YouTube. God help me, I'm going to be drawing dragons.
It'll be great.
With King Questro.
Yes.
King
Questro. Yeah.
Always the hardest.
Say that 5 times fast. Yeah.
Please no. All right, everyone. We will see you later. Have a great
good
rest
weekend.
of your weekend.
Yeah. And we'll see you next Wednesday for the Twitch Sculpt stream. So tune in. Don't miss it.